having switched from an old Audi A3 to a much newer Aygo, the first reason why you should buy an Aygo is because of how cheap they are to run. I was regularly spending £50 a week to half fill my tank to full. That's right, I'm not one of these people who drives on fumes, folks. Once my tank is half empty, it gets filled. The Audi cost £50 a week roughly to fill when it got down to half a tank, but the Aygo only costs £30 to cover the same mileage. So I'm already saving £20 a week right off the bat. Also, in reality, the savings start before you even turn the key, because the road tax on my particular Aygo is the grand old price of free. My Audi cost £165 per year to tax. The insurance costs for the Aygo are also £100 cheaper to insure, so I'm quids in with insurance costs coming in at about £500 a year. When I first picked up my Aygo, I paid £6,500 for my 2015 X-Play model, and I haven't had to service it yet, but servicing costs come in at an independent specialist around £200, £250, so it's not going to break the bank. And guess what has gone wrong with my Aygo after 4,000 miles of driving it? Absolutely nothing. So I've had no maintenance costs at all. Speaking of maintenance costs, this nicely brings us on to the next reason why you should buy an Aygo: reliability. When I bought my Audi A3, I bought it for around £1,500 and it had 150 miles on the clock. I thought, it's an old car, but the Germans know how to build reliable cars. But what they don't tell you is that when something does go wrong with it, it's expensive to repair. In total, I ended up spending about £1,750 in maintenance costs alone per year just to keep the Audi on the road. I had it for 2 years, so it cost me in total £3,500 of maintenance costs. I tell you this only because when I was looking for a replacement, it needed to be more reliable and probably slightly newer than a 17-year-old Audi. It also helps that it's cheaper to maintain too. Like everybody, that's when I turned to the internet and started looking at the most reliable cars on Google, and guess who comes in the top 5 list pretty consistently? Toyota. Top Gear lists the Toyota Aygo as the 5th most reliable used car you can buy, and as a brand, MotorEasy.com ranks Toyota essentially joint second with the likes of Honda, Suzuki and the rest. So you know you're getting something reliable. Oh, and if you were wondering where Audi comes on that list, they are a few places above bottom place. Ouch. My Aygo only has 43,000 miles on the clock and is a 2015 car. So it's not too old and a little unfair to compare it to a 17-year-old car. But it does underscore how much I personally value reliability, and the Aygo has had nothing go wrong with it after 4,000 miles of driving. And if you fancy a little video update on the reliability of the Aygo after 10,000 miles, drop a like below. This next reason for buying an Aygo might seem odd and surprise you a little bit, but you should buy one for its practicality. I don't mean in the familial sense where you need to get your 7 kids in one, but I mean it in how commonsensical and easy it is to use on a day-to-day basis. One example that illustrates this perfectly is how easy it is to park. The version of the Aygo I have is the Aygo X-Play, which I think is the best value offering of the lot, as it comes with most things you need and none of the superfluous things you don't. One of the things that the X-Play comes with is an excellent little reverse camera, which is superb for parking the car in tight spaces or in those horrible NCP car parks with spaces that are really designed for bikes rather than cars. It's also incredibly spacious up front, and everything is located in relatively easy to reach locations once you get used to them, so it makes it easy to live with. While storage is a bit stingy, it's just about enough to store things you need, and if you need some extra space, you can always shop on Amazon or eBay to equip your Aygo just the way you like it. And speaking of customizing your Aygo, I've left a handy little list of things you might want to buy for your Aygo in the description, so do check it out if you feel the need to customize your Aygo. In summary then, the Aygo is a fantastic little car, and in honesty, when I was looking to replace my Audi, there were many cars I looked at, but the Aygo won me over with its modern styling, reliability, and the surprising amount of space you get up front, which still blows my mind every time I get in the car to this day. And if you're wondering if the Aygo is going to be spacious enough for you, I'll show you how I make it work for me in this video right here. See you there.